Hey guys, what's going on? I thought today I'd open up a box of Tarkir Dragonstorm play boosters because I actually really like the set. I really like Tarkir. It was the original Tarkir block. I think was when I started playing the game for only a year at the time, so I really am excited for the return. So I really wanted to open up this box here. I actually really wanted the Ugin from the set, but I actually opened that up at pre-release. So now anything is just fair game, right? Throw that off to the side. I think the big hits, if I remember correctly, are Ugin, the new Mox, Mox Jasper. I think the new Dragon Wincon 2 called the Spirit Dragons or whatever. Those are going to be really nice pulls. But really, I love the set, so I'm really excited to rip some packs open. So I'm probably just going to sort them by color and put the rares off to the side. I think that's probably the best way to do this, right? That is awesome. What the fuck? Verdant Catacombs Pack 1. I don't know if the camera's getting this. That's fucking wicked. What? That's fucking great. That's awesome. We're already starting good. Ooh, I remember there was talk about this card. So during your turn, spells you cast cost 1 less to cast for each creature you control with power 4 or greater. On its own, because it has 4 toughness, it's a spell reducer on its own, which is pretty sick. And some token stuff. Alright. I intend to open a collector box of this set too, but my local game store was out of them. I literally went first day on pre-release to pick one up and they were already out. I think they had a single pack. I did pull really good when I bought that one pack. I got Mox Jasper from it in the showcase frame, which was really sick. Baron's Depth Siege. So as this enchantment enters, Absent or Mardu, at the beginning of your end step, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died on your controller's turn, each opponent sacrifices a creature of their choice. Seems good. That doesn't seem bad. Rest of these. I love the full art lands too. The Dragon Shadow shit. That's really fucking sick. Let's see. I don't even know how much the fetch lands are going for. I forgot they were in the set. But it's a really nice reprint considering that the original block had all the fetch lands in them. Rediscover the Way. Look at the top 3 cards of your library, put one of them in your hand, rest on the bottom. Okay, so some card selection. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell this turn, target creature you control gains double strike. Okay, so it's a spellcaster payoff thing. Okay. I was always into... I think Jund is probably my favorite 3-color combination. I always enjoyed... just big fuck you monsters. I love that shit. So, when I went to pre-release, I picked Teamer, because it's basically just Simic with red, and that's great. That is exactly my kind of gameplay. Actually showed up to the pre-release late by like an hour, so I only had 10 minutes to deck build, which really made it a lot harder for me. But I still ended up getting 2 prize packs at the end, so that was pretty sick. Alright, Dragonologist. Whenever this creature enters, like the top 6 cards of your library, you may reveal an instant, sorcery, or dragon card from among them, put them in your hand, put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Untapped dragons you control have hexproof. I don't think dragons needed it, personally. More keywords, especially since they got that indestructible anthem in this set too. So that's really sick. My first ever commander deck was actually an Dragon deck, because I had opened, like, I think the set I got into commander with was AFR, and I opened that up and opened Tiamat, and I was like, oh my god, this is so sick. But then I discovered Dragon like a week later, and I was like, this is way awesomer. So that's what I ended up doing with that. Ooh. Showcase frame. When this creature enters, destroy target non-basic land. Oh, is this the one that puts a stun counter on it? Yes, this thing, I saw this at pre-release. This thing is... putting it back with a stun counter on it is actually so funny to me. It actually goes so hard. Actually, I think I forgot to put some of the rares off to the side. They're lost in the files now. It's too late. This one's giving me... Alright, what have we? Alright. This set really does just take me back. Ooh, that's something cool at the back. Ooh, don't want to spoil the surprise. Tiger. Siege. Oh, the Dragonstorms get to showcase art too. That's pretty sick looking. Is that a bunny? I think that's a bunny. Glacierwood Siege. I remember people talking about this one too, because it's like 3 mana, play lands from your graveyard, so it is just a Crucible of Worlds in Simic. And then on top of that, if you get a second one, instead of, you know, having 2 Crucible effects that don't do anything, you can change it to the mill effect, which then works with the, you know, being able to play lands from your graveyard because you can target yourself. Rennie's rebuff. I remember I had a few of those at the pre-release. Yeah, the Mammoth Bellow too, because I was... Ooh. I'm getting too excited. I'm just skipping cards. What is this? I haven't seen this one. When this creature enters, choose one, gain 3 life and surveil 3, destroy target enchantment, counter target creature spell. Okay. And it's got flash. That's kind of neat. What color combination is that again? Is that Sultai? I actually don't remember. I was never good at the shards or the wedges. I can't even remember all the 2-color combinations. The 3-color ones elude me sometimes. Still haven't seen... I don't know how much the Verdant Catacombs is. I actually just forgot that the fetch lands were in the set, but I haven't seen any of the big hits that we're looking for yet. Nothing completely, like, holy shit kind of vibes. A lot of 3-color cards. Ooh, Skirmish Rhino. The oh, I forget what the original one was. What it was called. I think it was it Siege Rhino? I think it was Siege Rhino for 1 more mana. I remember that being a problem back in the day. Ooh, the land cycle. All of these lands I think are so good. I am a basic land hater. I hate on basic lands. So I love as all the non-basics. Non-basics are great. Just don't play back to basics against me. It will be fine. Who actually plays with back to basics? Who plays that? Let's practice. Alright, there we go. Actually, I ran Dragonstorm, the Storm payoff, in my Dragon deck. I don't think I ever even cast it a single time. The whole time that deck was a thing. It just never happened. But it's really... Ooh, what is this? So, 3 mana, 3/3 haste. When Tursa Light Shatter enters, discard up to 2 cards and draw that many cards. Whenever she attacks, if there are 7 or more cards in your graveyard, exile a random card at random from your graveyard. You may play that card this turn. Okay. interesting. That is something. Alright. Ooh, excuse me. Ooh, I see a borderless card at the back. Could be huge. Dragonfire. Yes, Sarkhan. He's back. Love Sarkhan. Sarkhan's the go. Ooh, what is... Ooh, this is, what type of art style is this? Oh, this reminds me of, I don't know if anyone remembers these cards, but they were from the 2019 Comic-Con with, like, Nicol Bolas and the God Eternals. They had, like, something like this, where they were, like... where they had, like, this black background. Like that. Actually looks really sick. I really like the black background thing. I heard some people pre-release saying that they don't like it, though. Someone got a Crater Hoof Behemoth in that art style at pre-release. And they actually traded for a regular Crater Hoof Behemoth. That shit was insane to me. Because... I don't know. I don't get it. I feel like art is so subjective in this game. Voice of Victory. Oh, this is the new, this reminds me of, what's it called? Grand Abolisher. Your opponents can't cast spells during your turn. Yep. That's a good one. We love that. Let me see a borderless Ugin. Need to put that in my Eldrazi commander deck. Can never go wrong with Ugin. I was really hoping that Nicol Bolas would have a card in the set too, because he's my favorite character in this game. So when I heard Ugin was back, I was like, oh man. United Battlefront. Look at the top 7 cards of your library. Put up to 2 non-creature, non-land permanent cards remaining by you 3 or less among them. Put it onto the battlefield. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Okay, so some card selection. Oh, wait, and it puts them onto the battlefield. That's actually kind of cool. Ooh, Dragonback Assault. When this enchantment enters, it deals 3 damage to each creature and each planeswalker. Whenever a land you control enters, create a 4/4 red dragon creature. Landfall, make a 4/4 dragon is insane. Hello? What are we doing? I mean, it's a board wipe on top of that, so it's not a do-nothing enchantment. You can play that, do it like a minor board wipe type of thing, and then immediately follow it up with a land and make a 4/4 red dragon. It's actually pretty damn good. These piles are getting kind of big. Hopefully they don't just start. This thing, during my pre-release, was really... came in clutch a lot. It was a really, like... It's basically just Palladium Morphs with 1 less toughness, which is actually really good. Corsi Revenant. Flying, Death Touch, Lifelink. Renew for 3, exile this card from your graveyard, put a flying counter, death touch counter, and a lifelink counter on this creature. Activate only as a sorcery. That's... Man, remember when Vampire Nighthawk was good? I remember opening that card in, I want to say M13. I don't remember which core set it was in, but I remember that card was good. That thing's got an extra power and an extra effect stapled onto it. Opulent Palace, you can never go wrong with some tricolor lands. What is this? So Omen, draw 3 cards and discard a card. Okay, and then it gets shuffled into the deck. Flying, when this creature enters, return up to 2 other non-token permanents to their owner's hands. Dang, 2? On a 6/7 body with flying? For 6 mana? That's kind of cool. Oh, this is the new Narset. The one that just... So at the beginning of your end step, you may discard your hand. If you do, draw cards equals the number of spells you cast this turn. So yeah, what if you got to just play with infinite cards in your hand? You start the game with a new hand every turn. It's the perfect Storm payoff. Put that over there with the rares. Warden of the Grove. At the beginning of your end step, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Whenever another non-token creature you control enters, it endures X, where X is the number of counters on this creature. Yeah? Sounds about right. That is Hydra behavior if I've ever seen it. Ooh, a foil rare. What have we here? Naga Fleshcrafter. You may have this creature enters a copy of any creature on the battlefield. Okay, so a clone effect. Then renew for 3. Exile this card from your graveyard. Put a 1/1 counter on target non-legendary creature you control. Each other creature you control becomes a copy of that creature until end of turn. Activate only as a sorcery. Yeah? Sounds about right. It's not a bad clone. I think we're about 3/4 of the way through the box. I feel like we've been doing pretty good overall. I think that Verdant Catacombs is really going to push the box. Because I know they got reprinted somewhat recently. But I don't know, like, if it really affected the price at all. So Avenger of the Fallen, Death Touch, mobilize X, where X is the number of creature cards in your graveyard. Do they exile him from the graveyard for this? No? Okay, that's kind of cool. It feels pretty good. What? What card makes this token? That is a... What makes that token? Reliquary Dragon. Got a flying lifelink 4/4 lightning bolt when it ATBs and it's all colors. I am really curious what makes that token. Oh my goodness, beautiful. There's the Elspeth. I forgot about this card in the set. Elspeth, what is it, like $40? Something like that. It's just Anointed Procession for 1 extra mana with extra upside. Make 2 tokens on the +1. This card's great. So if 1 or more tokens will be created under your control, twice that many of those are created under your... Instead, create a 1/1 white soldier creature token. For 0, you can put a 1/1 counter on each creature you control. Those creatures can fly until your next turn. And then for 3, so you can do this immediately, you can destroy a target creature an opponent controls a mana value 3 or greater. That is really nice. That is a good pull right there. If I remember correctly, Elspeth is worth quite a bit because every card that says double in this game tends to do pretty well in Commander. I think there's, like, I don't know, 5 Anointed Procession effects at this point, and they're all so expensive. Flamehold Grappler. First strike when this creature enters. Copy the next spell you cast this turn as you cast it. You may choose new targets for the copy. Okay. Does not have flash, so you can't, like... Well, okay, so it's worded in a way where you would want it to be an where you would want it to enter first. Okay. Seems okay. I don't know about paying 3 mana for a copy effect. Red gets to do that for 2 mana virtually all the time. I guess you get a 3/3 body with first strike, but I feel like if you want to just copy a spell, honestly, Dual Caster Range is probably the better card for that. We have been hitting pretty good this box. Lotus Light Dancers. 3/6 lifelink. When this creature enters, search your library for a black card, a green card, a blue card. Put those cards in your grave range. Put those cards into your graveyard, then shuffle. Oh my goodness. Call of the Spirit Dragons. This is my 3rd copy of this. I cannot stop pulling this card. I got one at pre-release too. I have like 3 copies of this damn card. But did Dragons need it? Maybe. Is Coalition getting Victory getting unbanned? Possibly. That's not the right file. Like they just printed a Coalition Victory exclusively for Dragons. Makes me feel like Coalition Victory might get it unbanned. I'm hoping Emrakul gets unbanned. I want to put that in my Eldrazi deck so bad. I didn't get to play Commander during the time where that was a thing. Or even, I think it might have also been pre-banned. I actually don't remember. Blue card. Windcrag Siege. When this creature enters Martyr... Oh, I think I already got this one. No, wait, I got a different one. So if a creature attacking causes a triggered ability, if a permanent you control to trigger, that ability triggers an additional time. Oh, so this is an Ishin effect. For, yeah, in Boros colors. And then Jeskai at the beginning of your upkeep, create a 1/1 red goblin creature token and gains lifelink and haste until end of turn. And a knight. Oh, this looks pretty in foil. This looks nice. Put that over there. Something I'm thinking about doing, because working minimum wage does not allow me to simply buy boxes when I'd like to. I rarely open sealed product. Something I'm thinking about doing that I want to do maybe for this channel as I do more of these is maybe I can sell the cards to viewers so that I can get some of the money back, maybe get another box with it. And I can offer, lower prices than what you would find online for the same card. I think that could be an interesting thing I do. But it's looking really good right now. I think we got, how many packs we got? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh man, there's actually plenty left. I thought we were near the end. Out here just pulling gas after gas. Yes, Clarion Conqueror. Activated abilities of artifacts, creatures, and planeswalkers can't be activated. Carl? Hit me up. I know you want this. You know who you are. Tygom, Master Opportunist. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn, copy it, then exile the spell you cast with 4 time counters on it, and if it doesn't have suspend, it gains suspend. I remember some really strange interactions with that card at pre-release with, like, Omen effects, if I remember correctly. The card works very strangely with Omen. I don't remember exactly what the ruling was, but it was kind of funny how it all worked out. This is... Ooh, I see something cool poking out here. Oh, it's just... Okay, you know what, though? I like this. I like this dragon scale border thing they got going on. I like this. This is really cool. I feel like sometimes the art is hit or miss, but the border is beautiful. Stadium headliner, mobilize 1, sacrifice this creature, deals damage equal to the number of creatures you control to target creature. Okay. That's not a bad 1-drop. The fact that it makes tokens when it attacks as a 1-drop is pretty notable, I think. I can really get your aggro going. Dragonstorm Globe. What an interesting card. Kishla Village, another one of these land cycle ones. So that one, when a land enters, if an island or swamp, and then you can add a green, and then 4 to surveil 2. That feels... I don't know about the surveil 2. I did it during pre-release, it was okay, but that was limited. I can't imagine that surveilling 2 for effectively 5 mana is... I don't know. I feel like there's better mana sinks than that. I think that by far the best one's the blue one. The blue one's insane. Getting just your next spell can't be countered. I guess it's only relevant in certain matchups, but when it matters, it does matters. Is this the first Evolving Wilds I've seen? Am I tripping? I feel like I have not seen an Evolving Wilds. Another land. Ooh, another one of those black border kind of cards. So, Quarry Street Cutter. Quick creature gets +1/+1 and flying and haste. Whenever you cast your second spell each turn. Oh my god, this is an equipment? It was a human on there. I thought it was a creature. Alright, whenever you cast your second spell each turn, create a 1/1 white monk creature token with prowess. You may attach this equipment to it. That's pretty cool. I always thought it was interesting that it feels like spellcaster payoffs just also make creatures. So then it's like, just play creatures. I don't know. But I feel like a lot of Storm payoffs are just ways to make creatures, which is a different route, I guess. Stillness in the Moon. So, beginning of your upkeep, mill 3 cards, then if your library has no cards in it, exile this enchantment, 5 cards from your graveyard on top of your life. I thought I was about to read you win the game. I was like, are you serious? How many more of these effects do we need? Ooh, foil rare. Oh, this is the 6/7 flying dragon from earlier. That's pretty cool. Ooh, the gold stamped signature cards. I'm surprised those aren't ever really worth anything. I always thought they would be a little bit more. I guess maybe it depends on if the artwork is done by, like, a fancy artist or something like that. Alright, Ambling's... It's a turtle? 5/9? Word 2, whenever this creature attacks, put 3 stun counters on it and draw 3 cards. Whenever you cast a turtle spell, untap this creature. This thing goes crazy in, I think, the new Spider-Man card, I think. I'd have to look at the card again, but I feel like that's an insane draw engine potential for that deck in particular. Because you can take the stun counters off, draw cards for the stun counters, and then swing again and draw 3 cards. We'll do it like that. There we go. So, I think next time I'll go through the commons and uncommons faster. I feel like a lot of time has been going into just that. Severance Priest. Death Touch 3/3. Whenever this creature enters, target opponent reveals their hand. You may choose a non-land card from it. If you do, exile that card. When this creature leaves the battlefield, the exiled creature's owner creates an XX white spirit creature token where X is the mana value of the exiled card. Okay. I guess. Ooh, another rare. 2 mana to add 1 mana of any color. Spend this mana only cast a creature spell. Okay. Until end of turn, target creature you control power 4 or greater gains trample, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw. What? That's an awesome mana rock. Hello? I would totally play that. That sounds sick. Alright, 2 more packs here. Let's see something crazy. Hoping this comes through on the camera well. I can't actually see how the camera's picking all this up. Sinkhole Surveyor. When this creature attacks, you lose 1 life and this creature endures. You put a 1/1 counter on it, or you make a 1/1. Oh, that's not pretty cool. Frostcliff Siege and the Borderless art. Oh, it's like War Plans. That looks kind of cool. Jeskai or Tamer. Whenever 1 or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, draw a card, or creatures you control have +1/+0 have Trample and Haste. Trample and Haste on a 3 mana enchantment is actually feels really good. Because I think like generic haste enabling was like Fervor, and that's 3 mana just to give haste. But I guess you do have to be in blue for that, which isn't really the kind of color you want that for, unless you're doing like the spellcaster make creatures thing, which I assume you are. Alright, last pack. Nature's Rhythm. Oh, this is the new Green Sun Zenith with the harmonized keyword. So search your library for a creature card with mana value X or less, put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle. Then you can harmonize it again for X triple or quadruple green. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna clean this mess up and then showcase all the rares and mythics.